Welcome back to our channel, and we're back with another entertaining video. Flowers are known for their beauty and poetic nature, but you know what they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Our topic for today is the 10 most poisonous flowers in the world. 10. Nerium Oleander. The nerium is a beautiful flower that anyone would want to touch as soon as it comes within sight, but it's one of the most toxic flowers in existence. Every single part of this flower, if ingested, can be very poisonous to your body, and several unfortunate people have accidentally used this flower's branches to cook food. Even simply inhaling smoke that is emitted from a burning Nerium Oleander can cause health issues, which should give you a good idea of how toxic it is. 9. Cicuta. The cicuta is a flower that can be confused with several other smaller flowers that are white due to its simple appearance. However, it's one of the most toxic plants that you can find in North America, and has a poisonous liquid inside of it that is very dangerous for humans. It affects your nervous system instantly, and if not treated properly, several health issues can arise. So, the next time you're about to touch pretty small flowers, make sure to look out for the tiny distinctions. 8. Estropa Belladonna. The Astropa Belladonna starts off as a round-looking eggplant, but eventually evolves into the shape of a flower. It might look harmless or even close to decay at first glance, but it should be handled very carefully because it's an extremely poisonous flower that can damage your nervous system, which then leads to things like blurred vision, headaches, loss of balance, and even hallucinations. It does have benefits too, though, as scientists have managed to use it to treat diseases like asthma and muscular spasms. 7. Brugmansia. While several of the flowers on this list can be touched if the liquid is not extracted, the Brugmansia is a different story. This attractive flower is toxic even if you simply touch it instead of consuming it, which can cause serious temporary health issues which can become worse if not treated. This might make you wonder, why keep it growing in your garden if it's so bad? The answer to that question is the fact that it has excellent medicinal uses and has been used to treat several diseases. Before we talk about the next flower that could hurt you, let's take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel because it helps us more than you can imagine and allows us to create more videos like these for you. Now, let's get right into the next flower. 6. Lily of the Valley. Not only is the lily of the valley a beautiful plant, it smells beautiful too, which is a reason for people to be attracted towards it. However, it's a grade 1 poisonous flower, which means that it's very dangerous if not handled with care. We're not talking about a temporary headache here. This plant has the same deadliness as a snake's venom, so you can even die if you're not careful. 5. Foxglove. The foxglove is a very interesting flower, as it has a very unique pattern of how you will find it growing on top of tall branches. It looks pretty and even has berries that can confuse anyone into thinking they're meant to be consumed. However, this flower has a compound that is used for treating heart failure, so scientists say that ingesting foxglove is similar to taking unprescribed heart medicine. That, in easy words, is very bad for your health, so don't trust every cherry that you see. 4. Wisteria. We've discussed many pretty flowers that can harm humans, but here's something different. The wisteria is a beautiful flower that attracts every living being. But for once, humans are not usually harmed by it. Instead, it has toxins that can poison dogs, cats, and horses, and you'll notice the effects quite easily since your animal will begin vomiting and having diarrhea after coming in contact with wisteria. 3. Aconitum. The aconitum flower is known by many different names such as wolf's bane and tiger's bane, so we'll stick to the scientific name for now. It's a gorgeous flower that many of us have seen in our lives, especially due to the fact that there are more than 250 species of this family of flowers. However, what not many people know about it is the fact that it's one of the most poisonous flowers in the world. Just a few drops of it can cause paralysis of a person's cardiac muscles, or even shut down the respiratory system that can kill a human being immediately. So the next time you see the aconitum flower, make sure you don't come in contact with its poison. 2. Rafflesia Arnoldii. The Rafflesia Arnoldii looks like a puffy flower that might be a fluff toy prop at some children's daycare. However, this is actually a dangerous parasitic plant that lives entirely off its host, rather than having its own stems or leaves. The host usually ends up being a tree, and it has long threads of tissue that it uses to feed off of the host. It's also the largest individual flower in the world, too, which is not a surprise looking at its appearance. 1. Ricinus. Ricinus is often known as the Palma Christi, which means the palm of Christ because of its healing abilities. This plant is widely used for castor oil, which is an everyday thing we're all used to. However, what people usually don't know about the castor oil plant is that it also has a poisonous property that can kill people with a single milligram. According to the Guinness World Records and many researchers, this is the single deadliest plant that you can find on the planet. It's truly surprising to see so many of these flowers can be found in everyday life and have even been touched by us. But fortunately, not ingesting or inhaling them in a burnt state and not touching their toxic liquids are things that have kept us safe. Regardless, we should be careful about what flowers that we touch before we appreciate their beauty and aroma. If you like this video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and press the bell icon for immediate updates for our future content. Do tell us what you'd like to see in the next video, as we're always open to your requests. And as usual, we'll see you next time.